I'm going to tell you exactly how much money
No,
she
don't
made.
say how much.
She made $8,000 from that video.
Wait, you have to cut that because YouTube will literally
No,
take away my
that's-
monetization. You
that's
can't say how
also
much you
bullshit.
made.
To sum up my last video really quick, Keemstar's basically been threatening other YouTubers recently. Basically saying that if another YouTuber makes a video about him, he would release where they live to the public, exposing the privacy of other YouTubers by releasing pictures of them.
You can sleep on the couch if you want, but you are not driving drunk. Not on my watch, bitch. I gave him a little slap. It wasn't like a... There was no wind up. Shocked him enough to take the keys, threw him down my shirt, and was like, "You're not leaving," stood in front of the door.
I've said it time and time again, YouTube is a platform for entertainment. However, sometimes the platform sees two or more entertainers going at it, and it's hard to tell whether or not it's for views. Sometimes that is the case, and these feuds are simply a way to help grow a brand and get your dollars up. Other times, the feuds are very real, and people tend to document everything to share with their ride or die followers, feeling that they deserve to know every little thing that happens. Either way, we got both of those types of feuds on this list, both the crazy realistic ones that eventually came to a surprising end and turned out to be fake, and the very, very real ones, which currently have some YouTubers in court. What's happening, guys? Jared Bronstein here, and welcome back to another Top 10 here on IO. Today we'll be counting down the top 10 biggest YouTube feuds of the decade. Now this one was tough, it's based on my opinion, you guys may or may not agree, that's cool. But let us know if you guys want a part 2, 3, or even 4. We're talking the past 10 years here, guys. The possibilities are endless. I'll be replying to some comments as well from a previous video, and we got some bloopers, so stick around for those. But enough yapping, let's get to listing. Number 10, James Charles and Tati Westbrook. I say it like Tati because last time I called her Toddy or Tatty, and you guys got mad, so I'm emphasizing the T. Tati. The feud between these two would end up with tons of subscribers gained and lost, lots of tea spilled, and views galore. After Tati posted her video Bye Sister, Charles lost about 2.5 million subscribers in 3 days, and Tati gained close to 3 million. I'm sorry if it's annoying the way I'm saying her name, guys, but you brought this upon yourselves. I want to just call her Tatty, but apparently it's not Tatty, it's Tati. A lot of people lost respect for Charles, who was accused of manipulating younger guys and using his fame and money to do so. It just really wasn't a good look for the makeup artist. However, when the feud would fizzle out and the two would make up, sorta, Charles would see his numbers go back to normal. Although the two seem to have moved on, it's unclear how often they speak. Tati removed the video from her channel and tweeted out that her and James have been speaking and both agreed it's in their best interest to move on from the feud. Neither have commented much on it since, although James did say it took a big toll on him and continues to do so as recently as November while shooting with Paper Magazine. Number 9, KSI and Logan Paul. Now whether or not this feud was for real will probably be debated until the end of time. Some say it was simply a ploy to make a lot of money, which they both certainly did. Of course, after their second bout, Logan said he respects KSI, and they seemingly squashed the beef, but I don't think it was necessarily as serious as it was first believed to be. I'm sure they didn't like each other, but if they saw each other walking down the street, I don't think they would go at it. Either way, this feud went on for about a year and a half and saw the two YouTubers make millions of dollars, fight each other twice in a boxing ring, and possibly set a new standard for YouTubers to settle their differences. It all started after KSI called the Pauls out following his win over Joe Weller. If any YouTuber wants it, you could come get it. Jake Paul, Logan Paul, any of the Pauls, I don't care. Who would have thought that little statement would have spawned not only two fights between Logan and KSI, but a rivalry between Deji and Jake Paul, tons of diss tracks, and of course create some YouTube history. In at number 8, we got Trisha Paytas and H3H3 Productions, more specifically Ethan Klein from H3H3. After Klein made a video titled Instagram vs. Reality and called out Trisha for completely changing the way she looks online using apps like Photoshop, she clapped back, tweeting out that Klein is a piece of and that he is cyberbullying. She went as far as telling Klein's wife, Hila, to divorce him. Of course, Klein had the best response ever to her Twitter tirade, quoting one of her tweets with, "Who is this rude person? I don't recognize her from her profile picture. Anyone know?" Trisha was on H3's podcast as recently as October, where Ethan called Trisha out for lying about making money off of her I am transgender video. Although the two don't necessarily despise each other anymore, I feel there will always be some sort of rivalry or ill will here. Coming at number 7, Jalissa. That was the name of the alleged relationship between Jake Paul and Alyssa Violet. Some believe the two were never really together, others claim they were. Either way, it ended very publicly and led to a lot more drama regarding Jake, Team 10, and Alyssa. So the story here, Alyssa tweets out Jake rhymes with snake. She goes on a Twitter rant saying he wasn't there for her emotionally, was kicking her out of the Team 10 house, and always hooked up with other girls in front of her. Jake simply says things ended because Alyssa cheated. Alyssa dropped a massive video exposing Jake's terms with other Team 10 members and how strict he was in the house. Jake would end up feuding with Alyssa's new now ex-boyfriend FaZe Banks, but that's most likely going to be part of the follow-up video to this one. At number 6, we got Keemstar and Leafy. These two went at it for a little while, and this feud saw Leafy call out Keem for releasing others' personal information, falsely accusing innocent people of horrible crimes, and just being a hypocrite in general. Obviously, Keem fired back, claiming Leafy used sub-bots and made countless videos calling him out and documenting their rivalry. As you may or may not know, Leafy eventually quit YouTube altogether, but recently did an interview on Keem's show Drama Alert. It seems the two put the feud behind them, and although Leafy isn't back on YouTube yet, he may return in 2020. If that's the case, who knows if these two will team up or inevitably start tearing each other down again. At number 5, KSI vs Sidemen. Although this feud was totally fake, it definitely caught the attention of those involved in the YouTube community. Having some of the biggest YouTubers in the gaming community going at it with another big YouTuber, who was one of their best friends, is too good not to include here. Again, it was a fake feud, yes, but so much content and drama came from it. The diss tracks, which included about 15 music videos, KSI's brother Deji getting involved, and the millions of views that these guys amassed thanks to their fake feud, which lasted about 3.5 months, were good enough for the number 5 spot on this list. Number 4, we got the Paul brothers, Jake versus Logan. What started off as the two pranking each other quickly turned into some real serious low blows and the birth of the song / diss track, It's Everyday Bro. Logan would release a few songs of his own, which included a verse from Jake's most recent ex-girlfriend at the time, Alyssa Violet. Eventually the two would make up and focus on going further together, but many thought it was all a publicity stunt. Logan claimed the two weren't messing around and that they both took it a little too far. It's unclear if this was all just a ploy for views and money, or if the two were actually pissed at each other. They are known to be competitive, and they are brothers, so maybe we saw a little public sibling rivalry. Coming at number 3, Nicole Arbor versus Matthew Santoro. This one. Yikes. Now let me say there are 3 sides to every story, his, hers, and the truth. I won't be taking sides here, just simply reporting on the information released online. In a nutshell, these two dated for about a year and had an incredibly public, rocky breakup. Santoro accused Arbor of dating him for fame, but more importantly, accused her of domestic abuse. Arbor accused Santoro of jealousy, saying she's becoming more relevant than him, and denied that she ever abused him. Not only did she call Santoro a liar, but she also said he's a little Of course, Nicole got a ton of backlash for her comments, Santoro got tons of support, and although the two most likely aren't amicable, they seem to have moved on from each other for good. For now. At number 2, the FaZe Clan and Turner Tfue Tenny. The main reason this feud is number 2 is because it's incredibly real and could cost people tons of money. Unlike most of the feuds on this list, this one is actually currently being dealt with in court at the time of this recording. To summarize, Tfue signed a contract with the FaZe Clan. A few months and tons of success later, Tfue tried to get out of the contract, saying it was exploitative. There are claims that the contract allegedly stated that 80% of some of Tfue's earnings belonged to the FaZe Clan, although they denied ever taking so much. FaZe then launched a countersuit, which is now going to courts in New York, claiming Tfue violated his contract by disparaging the company and trying to start a rival team. We'll just have to wait and see how this one pans out, but geez, that's brutal. Could cost millions. And at the top spot, possibly the feud of the decade, PewDiePie versus T-Series. This feud saw the likes of some of YouTube's biggest names get involved. In a sense, it led to the YouTube community, for the most part, getting behind the king of YouTube, PewDiePie. However, Pewds would drop some content that would eventually get banned in India for its racist remarks toward Indian culture. Although Pewds would ultimately end up losing the battle, it still made headlines across some of the biggest news outlets in the world, such as CNN, Fox, the New York Times, and many other outlets. And there you guys have it for the top 10 biggest YouTube feuds of the decade. Let me know which feud you guys think should be number 1, and if I missed any. Of course, we could do plenty of follow-up videos here, so hit that thumbs up button if you enjoyed this one. Let me know if you guys want a part 2, 3, or 4, or 5, I don't know. For now, we got some comment replies from the video, top 10 cursed TikToks you shouldn't be allowed to watch. Xtina said Tiptoe Through the Tulips is from the Insidious movies, not Sinister. I always get the two confused. One of them has like the creepy guy, the other one has some, I don't know. It's all the same. It's all the same. Pickle Potato said that one-arm tushy out hug pose is cringy but funny. Do it again, Jared, LMAO. It's just like you know what I'm talking about when you don't want to give someone a hug and they give you that you know what I mean? They don't give you an embrace. That's what it is. So, Sarah Kiwagashig said, haha, do another video like this, please, your commentary is hilarious. I feel like I'm kind of similar in all my videos, so hopefully you felt the same way about this one. And if you didn't, well, there's always next one. Anyways, guys, on that note, we're gonna wrap this one up. I've been your host, Jared Bronstein. Happy holidays to everyone celebrating. Make sure you guys share this video with a friend that you think would enjoy it. Give it a thumbs up if you guys want a part 2. And of course, subscribe, click that bell icon to never miss a video. We'll see you in the next one. After Tati posted her photo... I'm gonna keep saying her name like that now. I'm like Tati Westbrook. They're like, it's not Tati, it's Tati. I'm like, it's Tati. It's Tati. Who cares? Sorry, dogs. I just started a little late.
You're not late. It's okay. We're early.
I mean, I'm at number 5, so I'm gonna run over. At number 5, Tfue tried to get out of the contract, saying it was oh boy. Exploitative. Saying it was exploitative.
Exploitive, not exploitative.
I think it's exploitative.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's
Exploitative, that's not a word, eh?
I don't know.
Ah, whatever, we'll leave it up there. Don't have time to go back and fix these things. These are claims that the contract, there are claims that the contract allegedly started, and make sure you guys share,